this? So I am painting this cabinet that I have primed. I had to put 2 coats of prime on it because it had such bleed through. It was unbelievable. So I am now painting it and just putting a pretty basic first coat on it because I'm going to be decoupaging this piece, and so I'm just doing a quick white coat. I'm using Simply White by Mud Paint, and I am, like I said, just doing a simple white coat, base coat, and then I'm going to be using a whole bunch of different colors to blend in around the decoupage paper that I'm going to be applying to that front door and the sides and the other side. So I just want to give you a little update on what I'm doing, and I will be back when I start to do the decoupage piece on it, okay? So I hope that you have a great day, and I'm just gonna go back to painting and you can watch, and I'll put the second part of it on in a few minutes. It'll seem like a few minutes for you, but it in fact will be a lot of hours because I have to let it dry, and then I have to figure out the placement and what colors I'm going to use around it after I decoupage. So there's a lot of stuff that's involved, but in the meantime you can watch me paint, okay? Sorry about the noise. Oops, it was a little loud. I like to do long strokes, even strokes, so that it is pretty uniform. I like the paint to go on pretty smooth. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't actually like things to be perfect because it's not who I am. I think that pieces need to have character, and a little piece of brush. I don't like things to be uniform because I like my pieces to have character and, you know, like that. I don't like things to be too perfect. I don't live in a perfect world. My life isn't perfect, so my pieces are not going to be perfect. I like them to look nice, and I like them to be interesting, and I don't like ordinary, but I do like my paint to go on uniform. So it is very nice here. The weather is very nice here in Boston. It is, I don't know if I had to guess, it's probably, I would say, in the upper 60s, low 70s. And it's breezy and it's nice, and I love it. This is my favorite weather. And after I do this piece, after I do this layer of paint, I'm going to sand it with a fine sand. I don't know, probably 250 grit sandpaper, so that I get any, bumps out before I do the decoupage and before I start painting and using all the colors that I'm going to use on this piece and blending. As much as I don't like perfect, I also don't like little pieces on my little pieces that don't belong on it. I don't like that. So I'm gonna sand that out, fine sand it out, just to give it a good even coat so it doesn't have any marks on it. That looks good. Like I said, I'm just doing just a basic coat of Simply White by Mud Paint. And this thing is a little wonky, it's a little wobbly, so I have to fix the feet on it. I'll add some, I have chemo brain. Some felt pads on the bottom feet so that it's not wobbly. Hopefully when I edit this video, I'll put some music in so it's not as boring, but you know, painting is, for me, painting is my quiet time. It gives me time to kind of zone out, you know, do a little reflection, kind of get away from the chaos that is my life. And so I use this time wisely. I'm trying to just get an even coverage on the piece so that I can get to the next part of it. I really love decoupaging, and that's really, I really find that it's a lot of fun for me. I really love this paint. It's a clay-based paint. I definitely like the coverage. It is amazing. It goes on really nice, and the coverage is just, I just got some paint on my floor, not cool. The coverage is pretty amazing. I'm just gonna make some more noise. Sorry. Hopefully I'll edit that out and you won't hear me do that because it's horrible. But, and painting for me is very messy. I don't know how people paint and they're so neat, because I am definitely not one of those people. I get dirty from head to toe. My husband always laughs at me when I'm finished painting because I am a hot mess. But you know, if anybody's watching and they want to share, always feel free to share the pieces that you're doing, or if you have any questions about any of your pieces, definitely share. I love seeing other people's work. I love seeing what you're doing. I love it when people send me emails asking me questions. You know, if they're stuck on something or they don't know exactly how to approach something. I love hearing about that. I love giving advice. You know, listen, everybody has their own way of doing things. You know, the way I do things may not be the way someone else does it. furniture flippers. And, you know, a lot of them have really amazing pieces. And they're perfect, and they look like they just came out of a showroom, and that's not me. I like to do quality work, and, you know, I am a perfectionist. However, I don't actually think my pieces have to be perfect, because most of the time, the pieces that I refurbish or refinish, I should say, not refurbish, refinish, I get free. These are pieces that people are throwing away or have no use for, and instead of them landing in the landfill, I take them and I transform them into beautiful pieces. At least I think they're beautiful pieces. And, you know, I just love the before and afters. Love it. I think it's amazing to see what you can do and how these pieces come out. But, you know, for the most part, they are, these are free pieces that I've gotten from people. I've gotten them on Facebook Marketplace or on, like, you know, the town online yard sales. People are just giving them away. They just want them gone. They don't have any use for them. And a lot of times they're broken, they need repairs, so I do the repairs, and then if I'm going to paint something, I'm not going to paint it, you know. If the finish on it is great, I love natural wood, but sometimes you have to paint a piece because it's so damaged. There's no way you're going to match it up, and it's not going to look great. And really what you want to do is you want to get people to, you know, reuse your pieces. You want these pieces to have another life and people to be proud to have them in their homes. So, of course, I'm gonna save a piece from being painted if I can, but a lot of times the pieces I get, they're so far gone, they have to be painted. Like this piece that I'm doing right now, it was really bad, really, really bad. So, I didn't have a choice but to repaint it. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. I don't have COVID, thank God. That was my first thing. I think I took like 4 COVID tests this week because I was so paranoid with my cancer, and I thought I had COVID, and I think I made my husband crazy. But I do not have COVID, thank God. So that's a good thing. Paint. touch it up with an artist paintbrush. And I'm gonna put wallpaper, press and seal wallpaper, or peel and stick wallpaper in the inside shelves. So I haven't figured out which wallpaper I'm gonna use. I have an idea of what I want to use, but I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it's even out there. I just want something very simple because I don't want it to take away from the image on the decoupage and the beauty on the outside. I don't want it to take away the design. So I'm hoping I find such an animal. Even if I could find a, you know what, I might just do a white with black polka dot wallpaper. I know I've seen that. I know I can get it fairly easily. I was gonna spray this, but to be honest, to get the sprayer out, to put the tent up and put that whole thing together would be like a nightmare. I hope at some point I can keep my tent open and available for me to just paint in. But right now, I do not have the room to do that in my garage. So, it's kind of a bummer. But, I wish I could. I'll get a different paintbrush so that I can. I did not prime the inside of this. I'm kind of bummed. I should have primed the inside of this on these two sides. It would have been a lot easier. So this week was not a good week for me, and I don't even know how to say this. So I've been falling a lot. My muscles, I don't know if you've seen any of my prior videos, I was in a wheelchair for about a month, and during that time, my muscles in my legs atrophied, and what happened was once I got out of the wheelchair, I started using a walker and then a cane, and I started going to PT, but my leg muscles are not strong enough so that, and what happens is my knees buckle. So yesterday, my knee, well, let me back up a little bit. For the last 2 weeks, I've been getting really dizzy and fainting. Not cool. Very scary. Not good. Also, my knee has been buckling, and yesterday my left knee buckled and I was holding on to our sliding door. I was going outside, and thank God I was holding on to the door handle, that I just slowly went to the ground on my knee, and I couldn't get back up, and my husband and my son had to literally lift me up from the ground. So they put me in a chair and I got myself together. I was really upset about it because I was just like, oh my God, you know, I don't ever know when it's gonna happen, so it's really scary to me. And then I got up and I had my cane and I was going onto our outdoor patio, and there was a step down. There were 2 steps down. The first step I got onto and I was fine. The second step, both of my knees gave out at the same time, and I literally just went down forward, and my son was there in front of me and he caught me enough so that I still went down, but I went down slower, and he protected my head from hitting the pavement. But I literally gouged my entire shin from my knee down to my ankle on the concrete stair. And if I tell you how hurt I was, it was awful. I was bleeding, and my other knee got a scrape on it, nothing major, but a really big bruise. And it really set me back. It really made me sad. It made me sad for my husband and for my son. It made me nervous, like I can't trust my body now. And it was, I don't want to cry. Said I wasn't gonna cry. It was really, really hard. It was really, really hard. So anyway, they got me calmed down. My husband like bandaged up my leg, and I got on the couch and he rubbed my head and I fell asleep. And I got up and I was fine. My leg really hurts bad, but I can walk on it, thank God. So now I just have to be super careful. I have to use the walker, not the cane, because it's not safe for me. And we're not sure if it's chemo related, if it's neurological related. We don't know what's going on and why it's happening. I think it's because of my muscles atrophying, but I don't think the doctors really think that's the case. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Anyway, that was the story. That's what happened yesterday. It wasn't good. It was really bad. It was really bad. My son was completely freaked out. So it's not been a good week. Other stuff happened. I had chemo, a lot of drama going on with my family, which I'm not going to get into because it wouldn't be fair to them, and honestly, it horrifies me. So I'm not going there. But let's just say it was a very, very difficult week. Needless to say. And I was not happy. try to stand up, but hopefully my legs will work. Maybe they won't. Barely. Let me adjust the camera. Hi everyone. So I'm gonna paint the top of this cabinet, even though the top is uneven and it has divots in it, but I'm gonna be covering it up with some appliques and some other stuff, so you won't be able to see it. And this is just a base coat anyway. Uneven. I hate that. So annoying. Some people don't like brush strokes on their furniture, and I think it depends on the piece, honestly. If I were doing a commission piece and I was doing something that was for a specific look and not an aged look, I think I would spray it. I don't think I would use a brush. I think I would spray it. Because even if you do sand, a lot of times you're gonna get brush strokes unless you have a self-leveling paint, which this is, so let's hope that brush strokes don't come through. The second coat after I finish painting and it dries, and I sand it between coats. Plus I don't think I have a cold, but I think I have allergies, because this is the season that I always get sick. Every single year, since as long as I can remember. And my allergies end up turning into a really bad cold, and then there have been a couple times I've ended up with pneumonia, which is not good. paint system. So, yeah, anyway. All right, well, I'm gonna finish letting this dry, and then part 2 will be applying the decoupage, and part 3 will be blending in the paint. So I hope everybody has a great day today, and I will catch you later. Take care. Catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye.